So it's 3:32. I'm way ahead of schedule. It's getting dark and it's 3:32, so I'll be home by 5. It's perfect. Perfect timing. Landon, you've done it again. You've done it again, Landon. You are the healthiest man alive. You don't talk to yourself. You're talking to greatness itself. There's a difference. Hello, greatness itself. How are you? You must be doing very well. You look amazing. I'm proud to say this is only my second joint of the day, which normally it would be like close to my fourth. So I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Because I will literally save basically $200 this month and every month thereafter. I just don't need to smoke that much weed. I like smoking weed. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. I don't enjoy just getting high. I just enjoy smoking. I enjoy being with marijuana. It is a constant companion of mine. It's the different plant spirits, or call it what you will. They've been really helpful. And to the point that I'm not sure how I would have gotten on in life without them. I thought I had this. Yes. I have a drink here. It's good. Drink it up, baby. I haven't seen any people for a while. It's January 1st. Now, each time, smoke a little more. I'm okay with that. Any part of the day. That's okay. A lot of children fantasize about being able to work or live in nature. I think that's all I've ever done. I still don't know any more about nature than I did when I took my little BMX bike. Went for a ride down the road. It's probably Bevan. Down Bevan Road. And Centennial Park, a very common nature park. And there was a jump. There was a gully. I loved it, you know. I loved it. I loved having places to go, like a 10-minute ride away from my home, park, trees, and the cars would just leave you alone. And hardly ever anyone ever goes there. You notice that white people never go to parks. They seem to hate trees. Really, I mean, white people don't like trees. I think it's because trees are free and healthy people full of knowledge, and white people aren't. So it's a bit of a disagreement there. Okay, let's go. Ooh. No, I mean, once after graduation, a couple of teachers I'd had, my typing teacher and my 11-12 math teacher, they were a couple, Vandermeulens, and I was walking around the park for the first time in like whatever 19 years or whatever 15 years I've been living there. And they walked by me. I was like, hello, hello. I mean, they basically acted like they didn't even know who I was. And I've been their top student. Not top enough, obviously. Maybe they didn't think I was doing well at life. And I saw my principal from grade 8 or 9 or 10. One day I was walking, again, going for a walk, and this stout man comes up to me and says, and I'm just looking around. I just kind of like, I spent many years of my life, I would kind of like, if you saw me walking, I'd kind of look maybe like I'm waiting for something to happen, or I'm just looking around, like the world isn't exactly the world that everybody thinks it is, you know? I went to a biblical convention once, and I'm walking around like, and everyone's like, "Can I help you?" You look lost, and it's like, no, I'm just taken aback by all of the Christian propaganda. You know, it's like when I distinctive facial and body language about being open or vulnerable or curious about the world around me. If I look too happy or anything about my body language around white people, whether it was my old principal or a lot of, stuff like that, people get very excited. But it attracts them to you. It's like, can't you just kind of like be. I'm going to leave this stick here, okay? It's actually a pretty good spot for it. Yeah, I'll take my camera out of me. Here we go. 10 minutes left, or 15% left on it. Isn't much time. Okay, let's go. Have everything. Pockets are in it. Good. And let's go. A little walk out of it. Area. So, all in all, a good day. Not a great day mood-wise, but we'll see how it goes. It's day one. All these people are drunk or getting over various drug addictions today, and I think it changes the environment. You know, it really is. It's a sicker world. You can feel all the people that woke up drunk today and blood poisoned. You know, I was feeling fine, and all of a sudden I got this like glut of anger, and then once I'd had my third bowel movement, it started to release. But between my first and my second, I was just like livid. And then I discovered, that's what helps discovered, part of this is just congenial sexual harassment. You got to watch who you're around. Like, I don't shop at stores where there are females. I've just noticed it as I've gotten older, more and more and more. I hate dealing with women. My mom sort of ignores me. I say, Mom, you don't understand. Like, someone should write a book about this. I call it Gorilla, because like white women are weird, man. Around here, maybe it's regional, I don't know what it is, but they're like gorillas. They play from like totally different. You think like, I always thought like, at the very least, boys and girls, like, yeah, you're different, whatever, different genders, but like, you're all humans. At some point, we can connect, you know, on some kind of rational basis. But as I've gotten older, like, I realized why I was always scared of girls as I got older, because I can't connect to them. I can never be safe around a woman. They will never really they've never got my back. I'm never safe around them. Never, 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 never. Never safe around women. It's impossible. They live in a completely different universe, completely different world. Their compulsions, their pleasures, their obsessions, whatever. I say the average woman, right, spends just this amount of time she spends in the shower, shaving her legs, putting on makeup, thinking about diet and food, and her 20 minutes of exathon in the morning, and all the little fucking rituals that they do to be healthy and lose weight and keep the weight off and be positive and, you know, make their 5-year goal. All that little weird new age health, beauty, hair, skin, dyeing their fucking nipples, whatever it is they do every day for hours and hours a day, thinking about it, reading about it, watching fucking, just to be a better person. Like, women are the self-help, basically center of the self-help demographic. And how little positive effect this has on women. And a lot of their chances of ever having a healthy relationship with one. Ever. Right? Essentially, they see it as their job to take care of men, usually, by just the way they behave. They don't see men for who they are, right? The average man can only fit into a very narrow category of who he decides to determine himself to be, that may ever catch a woman's eye, that he's allowed to be, that might even be remotely satisfying to any white female in the world. This very small range, and yet there's lots of different kinds of really great men in the world. In order for most women to take a professional accreditation, and I'm just winging this off here, but they have to be professional liars. I have so many different circumstances in my life, different things, places have gone, I should say, enterprises, things like that, where it's very clear in my studies, and they're not the only people doing anything wrong, but that women have to be pathological liars, to work with men, whatever. They have to be pathological liars to do what they do. They have to be. They have to have a very limited sense of morality, and a very often well-defined but extremely limited and inconsistent sense of what they owe other people, even on a professional basis. And once you exceed their threshold, right, you're just someone to deal with, especially if you're a man, right? Men can't have problems. I think for 99% of the time, when men place themselves at women's mercy, they lose. Never, as a man, place yourself at the mercy of a female. Never expect her to get your back, because they don't. This isn't even a statement against her character. I have no doubt there are many very pleasant, noble women in the world. But it's like, I don't think a woman can live in the world and survive and be an honest person. I don't think she can do all of the above. It's very dangerous for men. It's dangerous for women. I mean, it's like, thankfully they can survive and have a good life, but it costs a lot for men. It takes a lot. It's taking like 3 men to keep every 1 woman alive. If you really look at the logistics of modern society, I would say it's taking 3 white men and a boy to keep every 1 white woman alive. And not that the men always die right away, or accident, or injury, or chronic disease. Or just using the available liver so she can drink more, right? Because when people drink or lie, they can task available livers to help them process the poison. Right? Human body's an amazing thing. If you can get 2 or 3 of them to do your work for you, right? And so women, like a lot of narcissists, male or female, will turn men and or their prey into their employees. And I've seen men do this too. Right? They no sooner see you in the street, but they put you to good use. if nothing else, listening to them. And they have lots of social problems. I knew one woman, she was so incensed if I didn't give her all the attention she needed. One day, and she's sociopathic, but a lot of women are. Like, lots of different things are sociopathic, men and women, but she would lapse into portrayal within like 2.3 seconds of seeing me. And she'd go into it, essentially. It's schizophrenia, it's personality disorder, it's just what people do to survive. And one day she did this, it's like she's popped into character. There's a man, there's Landon. She doesn't know anything about me. I've gone through cancer, I've gone through bouts of all kinds of stuff. She's a single thing, never asked me a single question, doesn't know anything about me whatsoever. But will spend 15 years her whole life with me. And then told me that if I wanted to, I could go somewhere and I could listen to her talk some more. And would I want to meet her for coffee so I could listen to her talk? And I basically blew her off. Right? And she brought another creepy female around me one day while I was shopping. Had a few creepy things to say. And then a few weeks after that, same store, she comes up to me, does the same thing again. I was like, I really got to my time, stands in the way of customers, just bow down, saying exactly the same things, seeming to involve me, but only in a way that basically allows her to keep talking about herself. Gone. Now, her husband, from whom she was still fairly recently divorced, is also a sociopath and would do the same thing whenever he met you. And it's less important, that, oh, she is such and such a sick, but how common these types